As a new widow, something I heard a lot was, "You're so strong," or "You've got to be strong for your son." And my first initial thought was, I don't feel any of those things, and I feel broken, and I feel like I'm in pieces, and I'm barely keeping it together. I think people who say those things are well-meaning, as often people are, as they try to comfort somebody who's grieving. But it felt like also to me, when they said you have to be strong, like I wasn't allowed to fall apart, like I wasn't allowed to grieve, like I wasn't allowed to let it out, or somehow if I did, it would be detrimental to my child. And I think people who are telling me I'm strong was because they can't imagine going through what I'm going through and still standing. The thing is, I would much rather someone say, this is a hard thing you're going through, and it's okay to feel all these emotions. It's okay if you need to break. It's okay if you need to cry. It's okay if you need to feel all of this right now, and it's not going to feel good for a long time. I wish people would be more supportive of what I need to go through. And going through those things and feeling those things isn't a sign of weakness. Crying. The other thing is they would tell me what they thought my husband would want. Like, your husband wouldn't want you to be sad. First of all, why would they know what my husband wants? And second of all, my husband would understand that I would grieve him and miss him. So when you're working with grievers, when you're connecting with grievers, when you're talking with grievers, when you're trying to support them, just acknowledge and validate their feelings and stop telling them how they feel or how they should be, because that's not helpful. Hold space for their grief and just know it's going to take time to work through it. And it's going to take even longer if people don't show up. It's going to take even longer if people aren't okay with the tears. It's going to take longer if people are uncomfortable with the grief. But saying how strong we are or that we need to be strong doesn't help us in our grieving process.